What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Stirfry. It's your boy Chef T.
I'm Will the Spacekid.
And it's Rosco No.E is our guest today. What's going on, man?
Yeah, nothing much, man. I'm good. I'm blessed. I'm thankful, man.
I think we're all blessed. You know, restaurants are finally opening today.
Woo! Yeah, man. Stocks is looking great right now, man.
Yeah, everything's going up. See, I invested, that's what I was doing. I invested, when it all plummeted.
In March.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
So that's when I started my investing, yeah. Because I was all right, come on, think about it. Everyone's pulling their shit out now.
Yeah.
But they're going to be plummeting in when it comes to, midsummer.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I say, man, people got to understand, buy low, sell high. But people also got to understand, why not get into it now? My whole thing was I'm at the crib. I'm not doing nothing. Just start, man. You know what I'm saying? The worst I could lose is $5, $1. Once I learned it and got into it, it's wrap now.
Yeah.
It's a wrap now, man.
No, I totally agree. So you're a musical artist.
Correct.
Financial genius over here.
Love it. Yeah.
And CEO.
Yeah, man. I'm doing a lot. I'm definitely doing a lot.
I love to see it, man. Love to see it.
Yeah, man. I don't know whatever gonna get me rich first, man. I'll fund everything else.
Founder. We got because CEO, founder, two different words.
Yeah, you're right.
Two different words.
Yeah.
Hey.
Founder of Millionaires.
Correct.
Okay.
Millionaires, founder of Mad Pinnacle Circle, which is an entertainment company. That's kind of, I have different companies for different things.
Right, because ultimately, though, your whole idea is entertainment industry.
Yeah.
You know, finances still funds the entertainment industry.
Yep.
So how'd you kind of get started? We'll peel it back a little bit.
Okay.
So how'd you get started in music?
Man, back at BG, man. Y'all my BG focus, man. Y'all know, man. Summer 2010, before I was going to BG, man. Me and my guys were throwing parties in the city, and I played basketball, so that was my thing, man. I loved music from always listening to it from basketball and growing up, but I said if basketball never worked, I was gonna make music. So I knew I was going to BG. I knew I was in the partying and stuff like that, so I'm like, forget it. I try out for BG. If I make the team, then I'll play basketball. But if I don't, I'm going straight into entertainment. But that first 2 weeks from the orientation and all that, and the homecoming and all that, I literally was like, this is what I want to do. And then I got invited. I did a song called Brown and Orange or whatever, just playing around. Did it in Harshman, recorded in the closet. Went viral on campus. Everybody was loving it. And then I saw the attention I got from it. I'm like, I'm going to keep doing it. Dance Marathon then hit me up, was like, hey, we love what you're doing on campus. You want to perform at Dance Marathon? So I remember performing at Dance Marathon and, crowd surfing and doing everything, man. And at that moment, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do music.
Right. I mean, I think people...
Crazy.
That's crazy, yeah.
Bro.
See, so you made a song called Brown and Orange.
Correct. The parody of the Wiz Khalifa Black and Yellow, I just did Brown and Orange.
See, that's smart, though. Because people fuck with stuff that represents their college, their town, their college.
Definitely.
And it was probably, fun, so we're Dance Marathon fucked with it. They're like, okay, well, we'll have you perform that song that's fun. Everyone can have a good time.
Yeah.
So, before college, were you making music, or you were just playing ball?
I did. I played basketball my whole life since I was 6, but I probably had 2 songs before I went to college, and that was all I took. 2 songs. Once I heard myself in the microphone after recording it, I was hooked. I'm like, I gotta rap. But then when I went to BG, I was trying to find somebody that had a studio. I didn't know where it was, and then one of my dudes, shout out to SP, man. He had a microphone and everything. Facebook was big at that time. Okay. And I'm like, who got a mic? You know what I'm saying? He hit me up. He was like, come to Harshman. And literally, I would go to his dorm. He had the microphone set up in the Harshman closet. Gotcha. And we was recording there, knocking out hits. Me and shout out to Bird, too, man. That's my brother. We would just go over there, record, get lit, and just have a good time. And then I was like, man, I was one of the early connoisseurs of somebody saying a parody song. And I didn't even know what it was. Remaking songs and making it funny. Yeah. So I wish I would have just knew a little bit more back then. But I was always about branding and marketing, but I just didn't know what I was doing. I just was naturally doing it.
Right. But different time. Yeah. But so do you think it helped going to college and then being around people that also were like-minded people?
Oh, yeah. Man.
Because I feel like that's a big thing. You go to college and you find out what you actually love doing. But then you find people that they're like, oh, they love doing it too. Yeah, man. That turned me up. Because once I started getting around other people that were creative, my mindset was always I can meet certain people that can help me in my field. It's people here studying videos. It's people here studying business. Yeah, so once I start diversing my portfolio with meeting people, just my whole thing that first week, I was like, look, I'm about to know everybody. So I literally spent my first weekend knocking on everybody dorm in Mac East. Rest in peace, Mac East, man. Original Mac. Forget the Oaks. The original Mac. Knocking on everybody's door saying, hey, my name Rosco. I'm from Cleveland. What's your name? I did that literally after I did that. My whole entire dorm, the next day, everybody knew me. So I did a party. I threw a party in my dorm room the first weekend when everybody was there, man. Literally, bro. I threw it, man.
this dude that I met by knocking on the doors, he had this big speaker system in his room. I'm like, hey, man, you mind we use that downstairs? He like, yeah. We brought it down to the lobby. Press play. I bullshit you not. Everybody started coming down there. And literally, I had the whole dorm room having a party, man. So my cousin and them came down. They was passing out flyers for the Icebreaker. There's a part of G5. And they was like, hey, who threw this party? I'm standing on the table like, I did. They like, huh, you with us, man. Start passing out flyers. And that's how I got into everything, man. Was a freshman, just start meeting everybody. So it was dope, man. But that's kind of how I got into, like, I was like, oh, I can control the crowd. Yeah. People following me, and I just fell in love with the light, man.
Especially at that, so especially as a freshman, when you're when you're going there, and people are young, you know, people don't know anybody, right? And they're searching for that place to fit in, and like you kind of just brought everyone together, and you're like, dude, this is about fun, man. This is about meeting people. It's about networking. Yeah, it's about just having a good time, making memories. Yeah, and I think more people that go to college don't take advantage of that. Yeah. That community, that opportunity that's around them during that short period of time.
Yeah. You just hit a great point. I tell my students too, because I'm a teacher too. So I tell my students like, bro, go meet everybody. Go to college. That's what it's about. I paid for a bunch of people that I know that's in my network and friends. I tell you now, I don't remember anything from college except for the classes I love, my entrepreneurship class and my radio classes. But I do remember my memories and the stuff that I learned. So I tell people, look, if y'all going to college, man, network. I mean, say hi to everybody. What they gonna say? They don't know you. They don't know your background or your story.
Chances are they want to meet you too. Like, you know?
Yeah, man. That's I was saying what's up to everybody. And then next thing you know, 2 weeks later, it was on the popping, man.
Yeah. So let's peel college back. College is about you go. It's really not about. So it is about the classes and learning. Yeah. But it's more about the experience of learning. So you learn not only classwork, but you learn how to interact with people, how to socialize in a professional way, how to build connections that you just met. You know, you become best friends with people you met. You'll know them for about maybe a month. Yeah, man. And you'll be like, oh, this is my best friend. Like, you guys kick it every day. You live down right. You know, a room over. Yeah. And, like, you build this connection in such a short time that it kind of portrays, like, adulthood. Like, you know, you work with people. And then you build those connections. Yeah. Because you're working with them all the time. You know, you're there. And, like, it's just so vital. To me, it helped me be who I am.
No, the same, bro. I credit it a lot. Shout out to BG, y'all know, man. I'll be hitting up y'all up soon, man.
You going to homecoming this year?
Nah, they gotta cut me a check. BG, I'm just playing. You know,
I'll be there, man. I don't think nobody going to homecoming.
You should bring back. Oh wait,
I don't think nobody going to homecoming.
Yeah, nah, I'll just play. I love BG. Nah, I ain't going to
bring
homecoming.
Bring back Orange and Brown, man.
Yeah, they gonna know what it is. We got some stuff in the works, man. Y'all stay tuned for that, man. Where my focus at? You know what it is.
So you do like so you keep like meeting all these people with the music and everything, but like what keeps the music going? Like what motivates you? What makes you want to just keep doing it?
That's a good question. I think it's the passion, man. I think it's literally what I've been doing, man. It's what I love to do. Like I get in the spurts where I'm like in a month for a week. I get in a spurt with a week straight where I just start making music, bro. Like I make 5 songs, like boom, 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 and then I get some time where I'm like I ain't on music. And I'm like, I need to fill up my time. And when I got married to have my son and everything, I took a little step back because with music, you need money. So I had some bread saved up, man, that I was going to take a year off. Back in 2018 when I was doing my run with music, everything popping off, I was literally going to take 2019 off, move back in with my godmom, and just literally do music for a year and just try it. But then, I ended up, finding out my wife was pregnant and stuff like that. So I stepped up to the plate. I want to be in my son's life. Thanks. And also I love her. So, put a ring on it, did that. And it really just bossed me up. So now that my finances started to get back up, now I'm in that position where I could drop music and everything like that. But this music was always number one. I just knew that you needed money to do music. So I don't care how it is. Unless somebody investing into you or what, you need some bread behind it. So it's just regroup, man. So now I'm back at it. But I took a little hiatus off. I was doing the dad raps too. A little rap freestyle series I was doing with my son. So I'm trying to get on Ellen with that, man. So I'm going to bring it back, man. But
you should. I think that's great content.
Why not? Content is king, man. We got a phone, man.
And like dads out there can relate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Shout out to my dads out there, man. Shout out to Pops. Shout out to the boy dads, the mom dads, the girl dads, all that, man. I love my son. Shout out to Baby Matt.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, man.
So you think your family definitely motivates you beyond just like the strict passion? Like, you want to do it for your kids and, and your wife.
Yeah, my son, my nieces, my nephews, man, everybody, my whole family love my music. So when people be like, man, what keep you going? Damn. I make music for me and for them. Like if they come to my show only and I'm performing for them, that's fine. But in terms of like other people, if you love my music too, that's fine. I'm with it. But I don't make the music for everybody. I make it for me. And if my story relates to yours, we in vibe. You know what I'm saying? If it doesn't, I'm still gonna make music. I'm probably make music till I'm dead. If one of them pop, cool. If it don't, I'll get rich somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good outlook on it, because like if you're making music just to get rich, I think there's a problem there.
You're gonna lose. Yeah. And I ain't saying like that. Some people motivations is different, but if you don't have a passion for it, but
long term even.
Long term, man. You gonna get discouraged. You're gonna be older, you may have a kid. Imagine if I ain't had a hunger I had and I had my kid, got married and just said I'm done with it. All that work I put in for 10 years just go down the drain. I can't let it do it. I told with hooping when I played ball, I had a fallout with my coach. And he kinda messed up a lot of my situations, man. But I was like, I ain't letting nobody else stop my dream. Like literally after, him tearing my dreams apart and me like having a fallout, he took my music and my basketball dreams. I'm like, with music, I ain't letting nobody stop my dreams and I can't let myself stop it. So now my mindset is I'm gonna just keep dropping. I got a nice audience too, full of people that support me. A couple hundred that I have. I just always didn't get into the right markets. And I think that I didn't do enough touring. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the Midwest, like Detroit, Detroit, Pittsburgh and stuff like that. If I would have probably tapped into that, I have a nicer buzz. But I just stuck with my BG people that I knew, and at BG people come from everywhere.
Yeah.
Columbus Day, and so when I came back home, I had to revamp everything because I'm like all my audience was in BG and it skirted out.
All
so
spread out all over the place.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that's a good point. It's easy to quit. Tomorrow you could look the other way, turn the alarm clock on, sleep in a little bit, and say, I'm not doing that.
Man, I've done that before. That's why I'm laughing.
Yeah, I mean, but like, it takes something else to continue on.
Yeah.
And that's where success comes, though.
Yeah, man.
Because let's be honest, if you're putting yourself in the right place and you're putting in the right work, then ultimately you have nowhere else to go but to be success. And maybe you don't reach the level of success you want.
Yeah.
But then you may have to redefine the success. Because if you can make a living off something that you love, then you're already successful in my eyes.
Ooh, tell them, man.
Yeah,
Chef, tell them,
definitely.
Man. Do whatever you're doing, bro. But no, that's a great question, man. But music, I'm going to just do it forever. Because I know I'm one song away. And I've went through so many changes. People understand I got 6-7 projects out. And people be like, man, but where you go? I ain't really go as much as I want to, but I got good music out to the point where you can go listen to my old stuff and it still feel good. That's why timeless music, it doesn't matter. My goal, honestly, all my old stuff, I'm going to just redo it. Get some new beats and just all my lyrics from last time, just transfer it over.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, man. So I'm literally going to put out a 50 track project once I get my bread right and just put all my songs on one tape, re-beat it, re-record it, and just put it out. And then I'll probably stop. Just tore off the 50 songs for the next 20 years. And I'm good. Put it in some films and stuff like that. I'm just good at marketing, so I'll figure it out. But 50 songs and people get to talk about it and things like that, I'm always thinking 10 steps ahead. So when I hit y'all with that 50 piece, and I'm sitting on like 100 unreleased songs, I recorded 2015 to 2017, I would just record. Because I was like, I was preparing, I didn't know it. I was like, man, what if I ever just stopped doing music or somebody said they want to give me a bag? Do I got songs? So I just recorded, man. And now I just got all these unreleased songs just in case. And now I could drop whenever. I could drop a song every day. Like for the next 6 months, for sure.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like no lie, man.
You should think about putting them. So there's like this thing where you can put them on like this kind of website, and you can get like film people could download them to put on their videos.
I think my dude Zachy V. That's my first original videographer from BG, man. That's how I met him, man. I think he was telling me about that. So
yeah, I mean, that's a good way to also make some side revenue.
You're right.
If you have all these unreleased songs, like people are, because whenever I go on that site, like people just like have the basic like instrumental beats, whatever. But like people do like that, that hip hop song,
nice,
whatever. Yeah, it's another route you can go.
Hey, look, when I start doing it, I'm gonna shout you out, man. Give you a percentage of that because I didn't know, but I'm gonna do it now, though.
Yeah. So let's go back to so you were on ESPN.
Yeah, man. Yep.
So I want to hear that story. I heard it from Will.
He just told you he played basketball. Was you not listening? Like, he just told you that.
Look, man, ESPN, the Stroh Center rap, man. So let's talk about that,
let's
man.
Let's peel it back to the beginning. How'd you even...
Stroh Center rap, man.
How did that happen?
Boom. So I made Brown and Orange, right? Then I did Dance Marathon. Yeah. So buzzing already off of that. So it just kept going. So I think it was the summer before going into my sophomore year. Somebody hit me up like, "Hey, is this Rosco?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's going on?" They like, we were calling. We're doing a way to thank the donors. Instead of writing a letter, we're going to do a rap video, kind of like a parody, just to thank them. So I was like, "All right, cool." They was like, "Yeah, we heard about you and a couple other guys on campus. Do you mind sending us some work?" At that time, I had no videos. So what I did was I set up my MacBook in my room. I pressed with the webcam, and I just recorded a freestyle, bro. Like, I don't even remember what I said. I said some type of BG thing, and I said, where my Falcons at? It came back like we loved it. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, so they end up hitting me up like, hey man, you mind out driving out to Perrysburg, on Tuesday or whatever. So I ended up driving out to Perrysburg, the state-of-the-art studio, recorded the song. And dude, I didn't write the song. A lot of people I used to trick. I used to be like, man, I wrote that. They're like, how could you come up with bombastic and fantastic? You're awesome. I'm like, I didn't. I was the performer. So, so that's why when Drake and Meek was going through their thing, and, Meek was talking about Drake having a ghostwriter, I was on Meek's side because I'm like, I'm an artist. I write my songs. Yeah. But with the Stroh and the rap, I was like, dang, I ain't write that. So,
but I mean, a lot of artists. Yeah, and it was a good, dude. So let's. It's great.
I look at that type of song though. Yeah, it's certain songs where like I wouldn't even care if somebody wrote it because it's a mainstream phenomenon. True. Like that song is a mainstream phenomenon.
True.
Like
that's true. That's true.
Yeah, because could you imagine if you wrote that? Like, it would probably be totally different.
It'd be way different,
They probably, because you would have had to go through so many revises, probably, because they would have been super crazy on what it should say. Yeah, so it's probably better off that they wrote it.
Yeah.
Because you'd be like, oh, dude, is this good? Is this one good?
But
like,
when the dude that wrote it, though, he actually shot the video, too. Madhouse.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, so...
so the production company...
Yeah, the guy... so shout out to Madhouse, too. Madhouse is a production company out of Toledo. It's Toledo.
It's Toledo?
Toledo, yeah.
Okay.
They do all of... They were doing all the BG sports videos and, commercials and stuff like that. But anyways, he wrote that song. And basically, we were in there. He was just like, say it like this. I recorded it. Then they needed a singer to do the roll along. So they didn't have anyone to do it. So they're like, you know any singers? So I hit up my girl Rachel. I was like, yeah, I know Rachel. She sings on campus. So she came and then she laid it down. And then after that, I think a week or so later, it was like, all right, we want to shoot the video. So I was the first person in the Stroh. Like, first, when it broke down, first person, everything like that. And they literally...
Oh, so this is when it was first built.
Yeah.
I had no idea. So that is the whole reason.
Yeah. So it was to thank the donors. Kern Stroh, Larry Miles, Schmidhorst, Bill Frack. So instead of just saying thank you for your generosity in the building.
Some cheesy ass thing.
They say we're going to do a rap. So
lit.
they was even in the videos too. I didn't meet them that day. We shot it all. Everybody shot the videos, their scenes differently. But when I say after doing it with them, we shot a whole day. That's the first time I had a real video shoot. Like,
that was a professional.
State-of-the-art cameras, like drones. It was like crazy, man. So after that moment, too, I was like, yeah, man, this is gonna be huge. But I didn't know it was gonna explode. They told me to keep it a secret. It's like, don't say anybody, it's gonna be a surprise. So then, next thing you know, I'm chilling in my what's it? The GSW. Yeah, everybody take GSW, right?
Yeah.
So I'm in my GSW class, and one of the volleyball girls, she's like, Rosco, we loved your rap. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Because, again, I was supposed to keep it a secret. But they showed the athletes before everybody because the athletes were the first in the Stroh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Could you imagine how viral that would have went today on Twitter?
Bruh.
Like, I'm just thinking, like, how many BG shit I see on Twitter. And, like, it has thousands of, like, likes and retweets. But, like, had that video came out now, I think everyone would be shook.
Bro, I was the first person, and you can look this up, before everybody was saying viral. I was the first person that they said went viral. Like, you gotta think about it. This is 2011. Nobody knew what viral meant. So if you look up all the articles, USA Today, NBC Today, all these different articles that we were published on, it was saying like, video goes viral. And we never knew what it was, but now everybody viral.
Yeah.
But I was really first to go viral.
I'm surprised BG hasn't recreated that.
So did you get
They did.
Oh, they did?
It didn't do as well as they thought.
Because I was thinking, like, they probably wanted to go viral again, you know? BG shit.
It'll be in the book. But
so I'm just wondering, like, did you get a phone call, a text message, email? Like, how do you end up on SportsCenter? Like,
that's right. I forgot about that.
How does that happen?
Dude, so this is... BG got plugs everywhere, so I guess somebody at BG works in the ESPN like editor department, whatever.
Yeah.
So they were playing Ohio University, so ESPN was going to be broadcasting it. So this is around the same time when it was hyping up. So I get a call from my man Van Wright. It wasn't Van Wright. That's my guy, but it was another guy
at ESPN.
No, at BG.
Okay.
And then another guy called me like, "Hey man, this Rosco." I'm like, yeah, man, what's going on? I was getting those a lot, so I didn't know. He like, man, you want to come down to the Deloitte? We ESPN's here. They want to speak with you. I was like, okay, cool. So I'm thinking literally just talk to me one-on-one. Yeah. Bro, when I got there, they gave me a pass. I remember going up to the suite. Like, I didn't know BG had a suite. Going up to the suite where
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I went up there, and it was different, bro. That's when the celebrity type hit me. I walked in there. They like, yeah, hey, that's the kid. So I'm seeing all these different BG, donors and stuff like that. They taught me the BG Falcon grip, So a lot of people at BG know the Falcon grip, man. So they taught me that. And then next thing you know, I walked to where the broadcasters are. Yeah. And they literally live. He like, hey, man, so, they're going to be with you in 5 minutes. I was like, wait, we about to go live?
Did you have to go to like a thing with the microphone?
Yeah, no practicing. Literally, I didn't get to practice. It was straight. So he like, yeah, we about to go live. So we're here with Stroh the rapper, and you could see me in the video freezing up a little bit. But when I realized it was live and I seen the red thing blinking, I'm like, I got to put on for my hood. I got to make sure I represent.
That's a great opportunity, yeah.
Yeah, man. So I held it down, man. Let people know what's going on. Shout out BG a lot of times. And after that, I didn't know if I was really on TV until I looked at my phone. Yeah. Once I looked at my phone, I had hundreds of calls. People from the neighborhood.
Unbelievable.
Bro, it was crazy. And that's when I knew, I'm like, man, I was on TV. So after that, man, they told me come back out there. They was just praising me and everything. And then I walked out. I'm like, bro, I was just on ESPN. So I'm glad somebody recorded it. And the thing, when I was up there, BG was coming back. So they kept me on. I was only supposed to be on there for like 30 seconds, but you would probably see I was on there like 2 minutes because BG kept on scoring and doing stuff. So they're like, oh, he's BG's good luck charm type of thing. So it was dope.
We're talking about a game. I'm picturing like this is like in the evening time, right?
It was at night. Kind of like at night, but the lights was going.
Wait, for basketball, right?
No, it's football.
Oh, football.
It was at the Deloitte.
So was it like?
Deloitte, yeah.
So was it like I'm going downtown after, or was it just like I'm about to go to my room because I don't know what just happened? I got
so lit that night,
dude. I didn't.
So you went to your room because you just like I don't know what happened.
I went back to Mac. Look, I remember I had on my camouflage hoodie,
shaking,
jean jacket I went back to Mac, and I'm like, man, I don't know what just happened, but my phone was going off. Next thing you know, Facebook. I had DMs from everybody. One thing I do regret, I was getting so many messages, I forgot to go through all of them. And after months later, I went through it. A BG dude who's in Texas, who owns a production company, he wanted to fly me out to be in a movie. But I saw it too late. He's like, yeah, man, we see on ESPN, this BG thing. I own a production company in Texas, we want to fly you out. And I missed it. Because there was so many messages, but that's probably my only regret from that day. But I definitely was on ESPN.
Hey, everything happens for a reason, you know what I'm saying?
Man, That's Sports Center ESPN, man. I don't know how that happened. That was the Lord, man. But I definitely was on ESPN. People don't understand. I slept on. I told people I don't get too high with myself because I'm already a legend. Like I've done legendary things.
I
but
think that's crazy. Like,
I think we need to add
like to go to class. I don't know, to even go to what you went to class the next day or
bruh. When I went to class, my professors they call me Rosco. Like it was that ill. Like that teacher like we want to play your video. So I was the student I could go into class and be like, hey, can you play the Stroh the rap? Or some people ask, and I remember being in O's camp. Y'all know how big O's camp classrooms is. My professor played it, man, for the whole class. I'm up there kicking it, and it was just lit ever since. Yeah, man. So my professors rock with me, man. But
yeah, that's an awesome. And to go viral on campus full with like what 40K people, like that's crazy. You probably could walk around and like everyone knew you. Every bar you went to, everyone knew you.
I literally lived like a movie. I told people like to this day, like BG for me was a movie. Like from the video into the next year. That was 2011.
So what class were you in?
I graduated 2014.
Okay.
So that happened. My first 2 years of college was the best ever.
Oh, so that shit happened early,
bruh. It happened.
Yeah.
When
So
I was
like when you
going into my sophomore year,
like viral thing, like literally it was.
Nobody was saying viral.
Yeah.
This is 2010, 2011.
Then,
yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Sophomore. So I was going into my sophomore year. So it was lit, man. My freshman year I was already popping from doing the parties and everything. But I think that's what happened. It switched. Freshman year I was known for me just being popular just from off my hard work.
Right.
To sophomore year, I got super popular from the video, but people forgot all the work I put in from freshman year to even get to that point. Right. So they was like, yeah, Rosco, you Hollywood, you don't mess with us. Little stuff like that. But everywhere I went, I got love. And then it was to the point where I used to go to Miles Pizza, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I remember I used to get free. Yeah,
it's in South Carolina now, right?
Is it?
North Carolina. Yeah, he opened it up in North or South Carolina.
Whoever the owner of that is, I still remember the day I walked into Miles Pizza, ordered my food. I remember getting ready to pay for it, and then the little girl saying, no, the boss said that's on us. And I got free food, the breadsticks, and I walked out.
If you can get a free pizza from Miles, that's baller. That's baller shit.
It was the breadsticks. All I got was the breadsticks.
But still, that's raw as fuck. Yeah, what did you learn from that experience?
You know what? Oh. It wasn't Miles Pizza. Poly Eyes.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say.
By the railroad tracks. right during the cut.
Poly-Eyes
My bad.
But still, Miles is dang.
Shout out to Miles too, but it was Poly-Eyes. Poly-Eyes was the one that hooked me up with the breadsticks, man.
That makes more sense, yeah. Mm-hmm. So what did you learn from that whole experience? What was the key thing you took out of it going forward?
Don't get too high, don't get too low. It was at that point, man, like, cause I was high. Not saying me was like in my feeling, but like I was put on a pedestal, man. Right. So I missed a lot of opportunities. You know, I wish I would have got, you know, a little bit more bag behind what I was doing. I wish I would have been able to work it out where I can use my intellectual property to get some scholarships, maybe get my college paid for. But I was so into getting stuff through at me that I was just like, cool. At that point, I was like, man, I'm popular. I was taking it, but as I got older, I realized I was like, I wish I would have maximized more on my long term instead of just what they put me into, because nobody knew it was gonna be viral. But BG, let's be real. Once it went viral, y'all ain't stopped. Y'all made sure y'all pushed it to the next level because it was helping enrollment in a lot of different things too, man. So I'm working on a book called Where My Falcons At, man. So that's the book. It's my tell all about just being a Stroh Center rapper and my BG experience. So I'll be putting that out.
Dope. I can't wait to read that. Yeah. That's a good thing to go off of though. Is
it's kind of crazy
when people get these opportunities, especially younger kids. They tend to think that nothing can be taken away after this. Like this is a peak. I reached this level, and I can only go up to here and only go higher. But like I think what you said is you want to search long term, which is so important, and realize that you need to take full advantage of this opportunity that you have. And through that, then you can continue to get these opportunities. Because if you just say, hey, I was a Stroh Center rapper, that's all, and then that could just be it. You could have ended your career like that.
Yes, sir.
You know?
Even people that go viral today right now, you wish it, what's next? And that's why I told you, even if you get a viral hit, what's next? People don't understand. That's why I tell my artists out there, if you have a hit song and it blows, you need more. You can't just have one song and then a label finds you and they like, what do you have next? And you don't have nothing. So like I was always thinking about that. Like, you know, what's next? What's your next viral content? What's your next viral video? Because as quick as you can get on, the faster you can fall off, man. We getting all type of people, man. So that's I wanted to say that too, man. But
I think that even goes into your other hustle of finances.
Good transition.
So I mean, because that's the key thing that people don't think long term. That's like the biggest thing that everybody does not think long term.
Man.
It's all about that short term. Some people even paycheck to paycheck.
Man.
What about that 100,000 BG gave you?
So listen.
is that a rumor?
And I mean, it was 200, but you know, 200? Okay. Psych.
BG ain't giving that.
Bro, I used to be tricking people. People used to come up to me like, hey, did you get paid for that? I'm like, yeah, just 100,000. And girls were like, you got 100,000? What are you still doing here? And I'd be like, I'm lying. I didn't get nothing. I got 100,000 views. So to this day,
it's so funny because like BG kind of made like a decent amount of money off that.
BG made a lot of money off that,
bro. I would.
Well, because you gotta think about like.
They
but you know how BG is.
But you got to think about it too. And I love marketing at the same time because look, if you just had a viral rap video go.
That could produce more money for you, honestly.
And then guess what? They were showing a lot of people coming to me like, I came to BG because of you. I was like, what you mean? There's like at orientation they played your video and I was like, this is gonna be a fun school. So once I start hearing that, I'm like, oh, but I ain't mad at BGU. We gonna settle it out. We gonna make sure we get compensated. But just know,
I'm gonna say one last thing before we end. I would debate that you created a T-shirt, but. I don't know, just the timeline and where it adds up, I would debate that you created a successful T-shirt that Where My Falcons At did not exist.
And I didn't get a shirt.
It did not exist. The slogan Where My Falcons At was not on any T-shirt. Like, I came in 2012. Okay. That T-shirt was not there. When that T-shirt appeared, like, I want to say like 2013, 2014.
Yes.
2013, 2014.
Yes.
Is like...
And they had it big. So the thing about it is, he wrote all the songs, all the lyrics, but I iced it Where My Falcons At. So after I recorded everything, I'm like, man, I got to put some swag on this. And I'm like, Bowling Green, Falcon team, where my Falcons at? And literally, that was it. That's why I said, I coined that. That's my thing. So they had Where My Falcons At t-shirts that they was giving out, and I ain't even get one.
That's foul.
I say, I ain't even get a shirt. I see people rocking a shirt. I'm like, cool shirt. They like, thanks. I'm like, do you know who? And some people didn't even say nothing to me. So I see some dudes on campus. You didn't get like a
dash Rosco No.E?
Bro, nothing. I see dudes walking around campus with a shirt. I'm like, hey, bro, cool shirt. They like, thanks. Not even like, you're the dude that I'm like, I just stopped caring. I'm like, I made that, right?
You got a percent of that.
Yeah, man. So,
at least the shirt sales.
But it's coming. Like I said, where my focus at, but gonna talk about it. But
you should go back and like see if you guys could do something again for like a homecoming.
If the check right, I would do it.
Cause that would be fun.
Yeah, man.
Like you bring it back. You do like a recreation thing.
That's that.
Maybe
I feel
even
like that's
years
gonna
to
happen.
come. Like maybe even years later. Like when you're like even older, that would be fun.
Yeah. It's that's in the books. That's gonna happen. I just feel like now that I'm a businessman, the paperwork gonna be right this time.
Yeah.
It's gonna be happening because I love you, BG. Y'all know I bleed brown and orange, man. That's my second home. But y'all know my class of 2010 that came in, we set the tone for the rest of everybody. BG wasn't as popping as it was until our class went there, man. So, I know y'all love me and I love y'all too, but we gonna talk business, we gonna talk some Benjamins, man. So with finances, as we transition, man.
As we transition,
big money.
Yeah.
Big money, man. Let's talk bread.
Yeah, so how'd you get into finances and kind of what does your company do with the fun? Like what is your whole thing?
So I've always had like I had a job since I was 15, working at the recreation centers. My godmother, Miss Poland and everything, she opened me up a bank account. I remember I had a Charter One bank account, man, since, $100 in my savings. So I always knew how to make money and then put it away. So I always had a job. But in terms of as I started getting to college and having to pick up 2 or 3 jobs, I always kept a job and kept some bread. But I just didn't know how to make my money work for me. You get money you don't know. Then again, when I told y'all before, when I got married and had my son, that was expensive. So all the bread I had, so I had to learn how to recoup. What a lot of people don't know is I've always worked a corporate job doing music at the same time. Like, I remember when I worked at Fox 8 for 2 years selling commercials and doing digital advertising. I remember having to...
crew,
bro. I remember having to literally get out of a meeting, change my clothes in the car, like take off my business clothes and put on my rap fit and then go do a show. Like, I remember I did it at Take 5. I had a meeting one day at 4 or 5, and it had to be at Take 5 by 6 or 7, changing in the car and stuff. So I did that a lot, man. So I've done everything from marketing, advertising. I was working selling billboards at one point for Cleveland, man. So I got it all, man. But I was always going to reach the artists that had to do both things: work a job and chase their dream. So that was my audience. I'm like, I want to be the image of I can go to work and still do music. So did that for a while, man. And then most recently, I ended up getting my license, in financial services. Okay. So that's when it transitioned for me. So life insurance, mutual funds, different things like that. And just my coach, man, just really researching it and then going through the class. People don't understand. I had to take an exam to get my license, just like somebody takes a bar exam or real estate exam.
Right,
So I studied for that. I remember failing the first time. I'm like, man, I don't fail, man. So long story short, I start studying and I passed it. So now I'm just passionate about it. I have a license where I can help people build generational wealth. As people see me talking about a lot, build generational wealth. I'm on a mission to help 1,000 families build generational wealth. And that's just kind of my thing, man. So it can be whatever.
Right. I think that's definitely something people need to get more into.
Yeah.
Especially people that don't have the proper resources. Because how can you really know how to allocate your money had you never had anybody tell you where to put it?
Yep. We missed that.
That's a big negative in our schools now.
Yep.
Even adults don't get that information. I think that should be a class that is taught required in high school.
Man, required in middle school.
Middle school, like their whole life, like it should be like, okay, all these, science, social studies, those things are important, just general knowledge of like what you're doing.
Yeah.
But a little bit more of these classes that teach you that the real world shit. Like, this is real world problems. These are literally the main struggles people go through all the time.
Yeah, man. Whew.
Whether it's divorce, poverty,
man.
Like, this is the whole
especially in our
problem in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that, you about to say something?
Yeah, I was gonna kind of ask you a question. So what would you tell somebody to do? Like say they basically got $100 to spare.
Right.
They want Rosco to I don't know, tell them something, tell them something good,
What would they do with that $100?
Yeah.
Man, look. I'll give you a couple scenarios. If you had $100 to say, what would you want to do? First, I would go, purchase your corporation. You can go on Secretary of State website, Ohio, and do that for $99. You know what I'm saying? At least get your corporate, get your files, get your stuff done if you have a business. Now, that is different from an LLC in terms of the tax write-offs and different things like that. But I would say just go file your corporation and do that. Or I would say put it into stocks. And go into invest in stocks. You can invest in stocks with little as $1, man. So people don't understand. Now that I'm starting to understand the different talk, when somebody go to work out at Planet Fitness, I own that. When somebody when y'all want to go to Nordstrom and Saks Fifths and everything, I don't gotta buy nothing from there, but I own that. You know, when y'all want to go to eBay, y'all want to go to rock Vans and Dickies and Timberland, we own that. So once I start having that mentality that I'm a part owner or something by putting up this, I just brag a little different, man. So I would say get into stocks. I would say either do the $99 for your corporation, or I would say use that $100 to pay for some type of online course that can help you figure out doing something what you want to do.
I mean, but the whole thing with stocks, like people don't know where to start. So it's like I have the $100. Who do I go to? Where do I pay? Do I go to the bank or like?
You go to Robinhood. Man, Robinhood, y'all better plug us. Plug this, man.
Yeah, sponsor.
Sponsor this Robinhood app, man. That's how I found about it. It's real simple to use. A lot of people trade a lot of different ways, but I can only tell people from the beginner phase up to right now. I ain't even coming in and saying I'm Wall Street Trapper. Shout out to Wall Street Trapper. All I'm saying is I know how to read it, what it means to make an investment, and the idea of it. So I would say Robinhood app, man. Okay, you can do that.
So you got your $100. You debating between a pair of shoes, or you about to, hit you a nice flip.
Go to the stock. Stop buying shoes, man. Stop buying all them shoes. That money not growing. I'm actually about to sell all the shoes in my closet. Whether I get a profit or not. I got some fresh shoes that just sit there, so they're not appreciating value. I'm gonna sell those shoes, take the money and put it in the stocks.
What's the biggest misconception of like short term and long term
for stocks?
Yeah, well, especially for stocks. So or investments, right?
Yep.
So explain that.
When it comes to me in terms of for investing in stocks, short term and long term, some stocks you want to sell.
Right.
Like some stocks you can be like, man, I don't want to keep this long term. I own a share of Coca-Cola. So I know Coca-Cola is a long-term company, Bank of America. I know those ain't going nowhere. So I'm not looking to really get a profit off of them. I'd rather keep them for the long term because they're going to grow.
Yeah.
Some short-term companies may be a little different. Maybe some up-and-coming things. Now, that's where you have to know what to do because that short-term company, it may end up popping in with one product and you sell it or you out of it. So everything that I buy, I want to keep. Because I already researched it. I already looked it up. So recently I just sold a lot of shares. Anything under $5 I got rid of because I was like, I know a little bit more now. But when I first started back in March, I bought everything that was under $1 or under $2. Like if it was under $5, I bought it. So I had everything. And then I realized like I didn't know about the companies. I was just buying them to say that I want to have a lot of stocks.
Yeah.
But as I educated myself more, I realized like I know more about this. I know people are going to do this. Then realizing about everything on sale. During the quarantine, everything's been on sale. So them J's you probably paid $250 for. Imagine if they just said it's $125 now. You're going to go buy them, and then when they go back up, it's going to go back to $250. You just profit at $125. So that's my mindset between long-term and short-term. Like, get it, buy low, sell high. Get in now. The longer you keep it, it appreciates over time. And then think about stuff that people do every day. Like Ford, I got cars. So I made sure my portfolio was diverse, meaning that every category that people do, I want to have a profit in.
Right. And you're not going to be a millionaire overnight. That's also another misconception. When we talk short term, long term, short term is still a decent amount of time. Like you still have to be patient.
Ooh.
You still have to wait. If it does go down, I would say hold on to that.
Yeah.
Hold on to that till it goes back, because the odds are it's gonna go back up. If you do the proper research, then that's basically the core of it. Do your damn
stocks
research.
go up and down, man.
Yeah.
Like I was up $80 yesterday. I'm up $60, down $60 a day. You know what I'm saying? So, but what the thing is, I've learned from reading it. Every week though, you go up a little more.
Yeah.
So like you may go up $3. It may
from
go
what
up
you
down.
initially started.
Yeah. So you may go up down in $3 one week. It go up, down, then I'm up 10. So like I'm like, oh, because people don't understand compound interest.
Yes.
Compound interest is how much interest is growing on your money. Now this is a thing that I tell my clients. When you keep your money in the bank, this is a drill for y'all. When you keep your money in the bank, it's only growing at like 1 to 3%. So any people that keep their money saving, sometimes less. But why not take that money out of that bank and then put it into an investment account or mutual fund or stocks where it can work for you at least? Now I'm starting to learn about trading options, where now I have a nice portfolio and my stuff is growing. I want to make some money while it's there. So trading options where you can bet if it's going to go high or low, and you can get paid off of that. So that's kind of my next transition. And of course, shout out to the people that's doing Forex and stuff. I have a bunch of guys in Forex that's killing it. But my whole thing was I didn't want to overwhelm myself learning so much. Right. Forex it ain't going nowhere. I'll get there in a few years. But right now I want to master stocks. I want to master insurance. And a lot of people, the last thing they say, hey man, you sell life insurance. I'm not in the business to sell life insurance. It's a business opportunity. So with our company, you can also get a license and get paid too by recruiting people. So it's bigger than that. I invite people all the time to the op meetings and stuff like that. That's on you. If you want insurance, I can do that. But I'm not in it for insurance. I'm in it to help you build generational wealth by putting you in a position where you can get some money. Instead of me going to your cousin and selling them a policy, how about you do it and get paid for it?
So, yeah, I mean, that's dope. I actually had my insurance license.
Oh, for real? Did you let it lapse?
Yeah.
Don't get it back.
No, I mean, I hated it, dude. I worked for Aflac. It was an internship back in my freshman year of college.
Yeah. I almost transitioned to listen, don't get me wrong.
Well, that was
our
rough
industry's different.
That's not who I'm not like a salesman type guy. Got you. You know, so like that's a different feels for me. I'm more of a creative. I gotta be on I can't do the sales shit.
Yeah, everybody got different things.
Yeah.
And I don't even think
it was cool to experience and learn that stuff.
Yeah,
though.
I don't even think I'm a salesman. Even though I've been in sales, I just always brought my personality. But like with the insurance side of things or just recruiting, I told you, build generational wealth, whatever it means may be. And I say that I'm going to be good. My finances are going to be straight. I'm going to do what I'm doing. But if I know I have the power to help somebody else get put in the position to win, like my coaching them, Soft Flex, they made 19 racks in a month. You know, black couple, youngest black African-American couple in Ohio made to be $100,000 earners, but they also made 19 bands in a month. I saw it. So I'm like, man, you showing people checks like this, that's my motivation. My end goal literally is with the music. Once I get my fan base, I'll just trans all my fans into insurance clients. So that'll be nuts. Yeah. So there go my joy, man. Like, as I get big with the music and I get an audience, I'm going to always be talking about generational wealth. That's why I have this whole generational wealth raps thing going on. Right. That's where I'm going right now. And then as I get a bigger buzz, everybody who supports me, they're going to hear me talking about this already. So they're going to know what I'm about. But come on, let's get you a policy. So now if I get 1,000 fans, I got 1,000 clients.
Yeah. I mean, do you think that you learning finances has helped with your music in terms of how you think about your music? Because in my head, finances has a lot of metaphors to a lot of different things in life. Yeah.
That's so good, man. I would say I was always into the business side of music anyway. Right. Like I said, branding and marketing, especially after the Stroh. Once I realized how marketing and things was, I was already into that. So a lot of people just only know how to rap. Right. They don't know business. So that's why you can go sign a deal and next thing you know, you don't know what just happened.
And you're broke. Your
royalties are gone. People don't even know what masters are. It's all these different things. So I became a gen rat of studying the music industry. So on YouTube, I just studied hours, man, of the industry, royalties and everything like that. So that's my end goal. Of course, like with Mad Pinnacle Circle, that's the label. I'm going to have artists. I'm going to do that. So no matter if I don't do music, now that I have the knowledge, I will put that out and I'm working on a power course, actually teaching artists about hip hop and stuff like that online, so virtually. So
yeah, that's what I was about to ask because I think you would be a great business label owner and like manager. Because you do have. Well, let's face it. So managers are just. A lot of times people get managers that don't know anything about anything.
They either got the bag. So I say, I have friends who had people that was their manager.
Or they're just good talkers.
Yeah, or because they was a good talker or they had the money behind them. Right, I'm like, just because you put your money behind me don't mean you're going to be my great manager. Right. You may not know nothing about it. That's like somebody with videography or, doing what y'all do and say, I'm put a bag behind you, but I'll make the moves. Nah, I said I'd rather get it independently. I look up to people like Nipsey Hussle. I look up to people like Pac, Dom Kennedy, people that did it independently, Pharrell, Andre. And I look at it and say, now how can I do it? That's why right now, I told you, when I talk to different artists, I always give them game. I don't know it all, but I got 10 years in. Although I didn't pop, I made a lot of fails. So my fails and nothing, I can just tell you what to do right. So I would say that.
Right.
Do you have a specific mentor that's kind of helped you grow?
In terms of music or just period?
I mean, just in general.
Nah, man. I just say life lessons in the Lord for real. Yeah. The Lord, I talk to the Lord a lot about the stuff, man, and He, just been guiding me in the right direction. Of course, my mom and my godmother and stuff like that took care of me, man. She's actually a white lady, man. Shout out to Miss Poland, man. Shout out my mom Keisha too. I was raised by women. The women took care of me and put me in positions, but I can say I was a king of listening. I love listening to people, and that kept me straight. Like everywhere I go somewhere, I would listen, and somebody would say something they did, and I'm like, well, what you do wrong? And they'd tell me, and I'd be like, okay, I'm going to do what you did wrong. I'm going to do what you did right. So if you do something wrong, I'm already gonna be like, okay, well, what you do? So what did you do when you did that? And I just literally eliminate the wrongs, do what's right, and they got me this far.
Good. Yeah, people can gain a lot of knowledge just from people that they're around.
Whether it's a bum on the street, whether it's rich, I didn't learn from everybody because I'm like, it's a reason he had to be a bum. What you do wrong to become a bum? With the person that's rich, what did you write to become rich? And literally, I just be getting put in the right rooms. So I'm just thankful, man. Like being a sponge to everything. So that's how I got this far. But finances is key, y'all. Like get some type of policy on your life. Well, you like the millionaires? We didn't even talk about that, man. So look, shout out to millionaires, man. Basically, I've had a lot of companies and brands. So, of course, I do the music. Of course, I am in the financial services. Of course, I have a label. But I always was into fashion. Like, my mom's a beautician, hairstylist, so I'm into that. So, I'm like, I need a brand that I can get an audience to because guess what? If you don't have a niche audience or you don't have no one you can target to, I don't care how dope your stuff is. Nobody going to buy it. So, I got my
this is interconnected with the finances?
No.
Oh, I thought this was
my own thing.
Oh, okay.
But the finances that I make from that pays for this.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
So no, this is my own company.
Yeah.
Man.
Sorry for cutting you off.
No, you're good.
So
millionaires, I came with that idea, man. I did this probably like a year ago. I just didn't act on it. I'm like, who can I reach that I got a lot in common with? Because I had a couple brands and I started and I just couldn't sell nothing because I'm like, I put some money out there, but I'm like, who can I reach? Millionaires is for the Aries, by the Aries. My birthday is April 8th. I'm an Aries. So anybody who's an Aries, y'all know what it is, man. Every person I ever met in my life that's an Aries, we always was cool. Like if I see somebody that's an Aries, like you an Aries too, we'd literally be kicking it. So that made me realize like, man, that's my audience, Aries. So millionaires is kind of short. I want you read it, you'll think you're saying millionaire. But that's the goal. I want millionaires to become millionaires. So
that's a great name.
Yeah, bro.
What's your sign?
Scorpio.
Scorpio.
Shout out to my pop's Scorpio. Yeah. My sister too, man. Shout out to the Scorpio. What's your sign?
Pisces.
I like the Pisces too, but let me say this too. A lot of people get it confused, be like, so you're in the zodiacs and different things like that.
Right.
I ain't mad at y'all. I'm not in the zodiacs. I am, but I'm gonna be honest. I made the company because I love people that's Aries, and some of the stuff definitely be true. So
right. So I think there's a certain thing about that though, is because like people are definitely somewhat similar personality wise. I think. Because it makes sense. So you're born in a certain time frame of life. Yep. If it's snowing outside, and you're born when it's snowing outside, you grow up the same as the other people that grew up during that time. Yep. Okay. So your brain develops during a similar time period.
Correct.
So it would make sense to me that it would like be similar personality and experiences.
Yeah, man.
You know,
we spring babies. You know the Aries, but you said it right, man. But I think with anybody that's a brand and a company. Who's your audience? Yeah. Who you gonna sell to? So now when I meet people that's Aries, I'm like, hey, you an Aries? I got a company specifically for us. It's millionaires only. You gotta be an Aries only to rock this, man. So that's kind of my new venture that I'm trying to do. My little e-commerce store.
You could expand that into like a financial thing too. So what I was picturing,
it's cold.
What I was picturing was millionaires is like a financial coach. Brand, but it's like a brand too. But like that's the thing. I think that would be cold because
that'd be dope.
Yeah. Because millionaires to me has different like variety of meanings. Yeah. So it could be millionaires.
It'd be a crazy umbrella.
It could be millionaires, like the Aries people. But I also think it combines like millionaires and visionaries. In my eyes, that's how I saw it.
That's dope. Man, I don't know what to say about that. We had to put a proposition together for a partnership, but people and even the following that I'm getting from just Aries to support, man, like it's dope. And then that's the thing too. Like think about it with music. Usually you'll think like whatever city you from, if you pop, your city gonna get behind you, right? I'm not gonna say that, but y'all better say so. But that's how it's supposed to be. Yeah. Right. But like I said before, and shout out to my brother LV, man. He actually designed the logo and everything. He's an Aries too. That's my brother. But that's always something I wanted to do, man. Everybody who I know in my life that's an Aries, we literally tight. We got stuff going. So shout out to the Aries out there. MillionairesOnly.com, man. You can follow us and everything like that. But we just got started, man. We only 2 months in, but I guarantee you by the end of this year, everybody who you know that's an Aries will be rocking some Millionaires gear.
Good idea of getting a specific niche audience. Yeah, like man. That's a good.
Yeah, man.
That's a good tactic to target.
That's the entrepreneurship in me. Yeah. Shout out to Gene Poor and BG. People understand my minor was entrepreneurship. Shout out to Gene Poor. If you was a BG entrepreneurship minor, you know Gene Poor.
I heard my first day at BG. Yeah. I heard him speak as a freshman. But I never got to, which was powerful. It was dope.
Bro, if you fall asleep in his class, he was screaming your ear like type of vibe. Like he was that guy, man. He had a Porsche, but it was spelled Porsche, Porsze. Like he was cold, man. So he showed me, like, he opened up my mind that I could be entrepreneurship. Like I said before, my mother was a beautician, a hustler, so she always been an entrepreneur. But me, I was like, man, this is naturally who I am. But how can I get paid for it? And then my end goal, you take the millionaires, you take the money from the financial services, you take the money that you get from the company and put it back into the music. You take the money that you make from the music. If I pop as a musician, I'm going to put it into the millionaires. I'm going to put it into the... So I always think strategically everything intertwines.
Do you think people should, like, always... Or do you think people should not be afraid to do more than one thing?
Great question. Yes. Don't be afraid to do more than one thing. Now, I can't say I've gotten overwhelmed before, but how you going to know what's going to pop if you don't do it? It's two ways to look at it. Pick one thing and master it. If you're going to say this is what you're going to do, master it. If you somebody like myself that can do many different things and still hold up, do it too. Because, like, I'll be lying if I say I've had 2 great ideas that people get millions off of right now that I thought about 5 years ago. But I didn't act on it, so they did it. So my whole mindset is now I got to get it on paper. I got to get it legalized. All my stuff is together because I dare somebody to come for my stuff. We got to take you to court, man. I'm doing legal boo-boo over here. Legal business. I can sleep with peace at night. I'm good. You know, I ain't rich, but my bills is paid. Me and my wife making investments. And like I said before, we'll see. I'm playing the long game. We'll see who's still here in the end when everybody fades out and stuff like that. So I always just try to keep it cool like that.
Yeah, people need to see more long term.
Super dope.
Long term, man. Don't play the short term game, man. Your butt play that short term game and you ain't think long term. You end up back where you was and not even know what happened. So a lot of people know when they call me, man, I go in and I tell them the truth. But like I said, I don't know it all. I'm just learning from my mistakes.
Right, but that's the greatest thing about it is you're learning. You admit that you're learning. You know, because I don't think anybody actually knows. We're all learning every day. People could say they know the stock market. Let me see their investment. Let me see their portfolio. I bet they've had losses. Man. I bet they've had gains.
People losing. Now that's one thing I ain't gonna say I'm afraid of, but people be losing racks. I get hurt when I lose like $20 or something. They taking big risk, but people winning big racks too.
People make it the risk versus reward. You know,
man.
You gotta see. I'm gonna invest. See, I invest in my. Right now, I just have a 401k,
nice.
Work 401k, and then a Roth IRA.
Hold on, let's speak on that Roth. Thank you for saying that. A lot of y'all don't understand. You need a Roth. You get a 401k. A lot of people don't even know what it is. Your job and put money into it. But you got to get that Roth money, that tax. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to talk about, but yeah, you need a Roth. So if y'all don't know what that is, I remember one of my guys was working with me at Fox 8, told me about a Roth IRA, and I never knew what it was. He was just like, yeah, Mike, you should put your money in a Roth IRA. I'm like, I don't know what that is. But as I start to now, it makes sense. I know what it is, so I wish I would have did it then. But yeah, man, that's what's up, bro.
Just start small. Like I would just say, just start small. So this is my first time having a company that has offered me a 401k, and then I was like, you know what? I read this book, and it says start that Roth IRA. Yeah, you know it's very important.
Yeah, man.
But I started. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and open this. What's the worst that could happen?
Nothing. But your money just grows at 10 to 12%, and you retire early. So that Roth is.
I'm trying to have a couple mil in the bank when I retire.
Bro, all of us, we all gonna have bread. You know why? Because we're make the sacrifices now so you can live later. Yeah. And I said in one of my bars, I said, sacrifice in my 20s so I got wealth in my 40s. Yeah. Like people gotta understand. Like it's a song that's coming too. Shout out to the Kendrick Club. That's my family too. It's called Stock Pots. And I'm literally just transitioning, man. I said, see, I chose investing in stocks and some chose investing in pots. Ain't no shame in this game. Just give it what you got. Come on,
oh, you heard it here.
Like, come on, man. So I'm coming out the gate letting people know because my mind is different now. So when people, it's a company, I forgot what it's called, but they own Hennessy and Louis Vuitton and Moet. So,
dang, I forgot the company too.
Yeah, it's a parent company, but I'm like, you buy a share of that. People pull up all the Henny you want. I'm gonna be there dancing too, cause every time y'all popping the bottles and everything, we get paid.
Like, hey, you should buy some Henny, dude. Hey, man, you ain't got the Louis Vuitton wallet, dude. What are you doing, bro?
I love it. That's why now that I understand that, and I own a share, people don't understand. Volkswagen, I know there is some stuff going on right now, but I'm a V-Dub. I drive a V-Dub, so I love Volkswagen. But people, they own Bentley, they own Audi, they own Lamborghini.
Yeah,
so people don't. Yeah, they don't know. I'm like Volkswagen owned. That's the parent company. So I think that's what I like about stocks too. Is like learning stuff I didn't know. It's a company, man. I'm giving y'all some jewels. Ticker symbol is SPG. The Simon Property Group. They are
the malls, right?
Yeah, okay. And they own Aurora Farms.
Oh, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what's actually crazy?
I didn't know that.
It's crazy how many. How like we don't even have the knowledge to know that like how many people own what we think is just their own corporation, but they actually own like there's like this financial group that owns like big group of like Wendy's, blah blah blah.
Dude,
like, it's crazy.
Yeah, I think that's what's getting me excited now. Even like
I think everyone should just know that. Like we don't know that.
But you would probably look at Lamborghini and be like, oh, Lamborghini owned by Lamborghini.
That's what people think,
man.
right.
But dude, I'm not, and like I said it's the people, but that's why it's called doing your research because I didn't know. Like, when people go to Burger King and Popeyes, y'all keep eating them chicken sandwiches, man. We own that.
So look, I always get a different answer when I ask people. Yeah. But and granted, you might not even have an answer.
Yeah.
But why is Chipotle stock so high? It's like $800,
bruh.
and it just I don't know. If you have an answer, you give an answer. If you honestly don't, you just
look at Wall Street Trapper, man. He tell you why he bought in. I think he bought in at $349.
I don't know why Chipotle stock is so high, but it's $800 right now. Yeah, McDonald's stock not that much. Wendy's stock not that much.
Yeah. Chipotle just almost crossed it. Matter of fact, crossed 1,000.
It's 1,000.
Yeah. It went down though, but for one share, it went up to 1,000.
Listen, a Wendy's stock is like $30.
True. It's true.
Chipotle stock is $800.
Very true.
That means that they're doing something right now.
Very true.
That means they know something. I don't know if burritos are about to spread across the world or what's about to happen.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, man. Chipotle is definitely up there, man. But you got to think about the stocks too. Apple and Tesla. Those are the main two everybody want. But I'm like, I ain't got enough bread for that.
I have an idea in my imagination why Tesla is that much. I can't even imagine why Chipotle is that much.
You're right.
But I like hearing different people's answers though.
But now let's be real. That Chipotle across the street from the Stroh and BG. It's not. Is it not always packed? Every Chipotle you know is gonna be rocking, man.
So the whole thing is that it's good, and you get a good amount for what you pay for. Let's be real. Yeah. Where else could you get for what $7? You can get a fucking fat ass burrito.
Yeah, you definitely get a good deal.
You spend $7 at anywhere else with that quality.
But that burrito, you ain't gonna go wrong.
Yeah.
Them burritos saved my life a couple nights, man. You save up that bread for a burrito, man, some nachos.
I eat that hangover food, man. Oh, that's my favorite hangover
food. I remember I got like so broke at BG, I found out you could get was like a single taco. Cause everybody be going to Chipotle. Listen. Everybody be going to Chipotle. And you like, dang, I want to at least get something to feel like I'm in the moment or whatever. And all you got is like, I want to say like it was $2 or $3. You like, I'm gonna get the taco. Yep. Like yo, want no burrito? No, you ain't hip. You ain't hip. I'm about to just
give me the taco.
Yeah, I'm already ate early. I'm about to just get something small.
Yep. Yeah. I come from that. I come from that, but that's why it's hot, man. Because people have to research the owners and what the company is about too. Yeah. Like you want to do all that, but don't be scared to do it. Yeah, man. Yeah. Chipotle got a nice business model, man. So I don't own sharing it, so I can't speak on it. But that boy is hot. So I don't know. Maybe we get some bread. We can buy some shares in Chipotle, but I call it Chipotle. People say Chipotle. It is what it is. Chipotle. Look, you got $800. Go get you a share of Chipotle, man, and Amazon too.
So before we wrap this up, what if the people that are watching this, if they go home today? Do you have a book that you recommend they buy?
Yes, 2 books. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and Think and Grow Rich. And I'm going to throw the third one in there. Read That Bibles too. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just throw it out there. That give you a lot of different jewels. But Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and Think and Grow Rich. I actually just started reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And it's just jewels in there, man. Like, I like to watch videos and listen to audios, but now I'm learning some jewels in these books. I gotta lock myself in and read, man. So I haven't read as much as I want to. I like documentaries and movies. Like, I learn best from that. But Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Think and Grow Rich are 2 books I think everybody should have.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I read the book that kind of inspired me to do the IRAs and whatever.
What book was that?
I'll Teach You How to Be Rich. Very good book because
that wasn't Bob Proctor. He made You Were Born Rich. I have to think.
No, God, I can't think of the name.
I'm gonna go pick it up then.
I don't want to say he's Indian. I think he's Indian.
So many books.
I think he's Indian.
There's so many books.
I can't remember his name. Fuck. But it was a really great book because he kept it real. He's like, these people are gonna fuck you over.
Yep.
This is just how to get started. Yeah. He wasn't saying like when he says I'll teach you how to be rich. It's more like I'll teach you how to be fulfilled and like let your money work for you without having to put in the effort. Like he's not saying I'm gonna teach you how to make $1 million tomorrow. Which I think if a book says that, I think you're in the wrong place. Yeah,
man, bro. If you got a book to teach you how to make $1 million, bro, everybody be reading it. Why writing books, man? We gonna get that million right now.
Right. But people don't think about that. You got to start somewhere. Start by these books. Yeah. Read them. They'll help you out. Help you get started. Yeah. And I know how it is. You could feel overwhelmed to get started. It can feel like a lot. Yeah, man. You could be afraid to look at your finances, like a lot of people are. Like, I know I don't want to check my credit card at the end of the month, but you got to.
Look, great credit is key, man. I have a great credit score too, man. And again, with credit, last thing, it's never too late. You can always rebuild your credit. That's what they have, credit repair and different things like that. Yeah. So you can always do it, man. So now I'm transitioning into business credit. I'm working on my own credit repair company too, man. So I'm trying to touch it all, bruh. Like literally at this point, my goal is to grind hard the next 2 years before I'm 30. I'm 28 now, so I sacrifice the next 2 years so that in the next 10 plus years of my life I live like a king. So that's kind of where I'm at right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Thanks.
I like that.
Yeah, I love that. Good note to end on.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for being on the show.
I appreciate y'all, man. Definitely. Yeah. Y'all keep it up too, man. Like we watching, man. Y'all keep supporting them, man. Like y'all said it was episode 33?
33, man.
33, man. Y'all check it out. Stay quarantine clean too. No matter what, man. Millionaires, everything like that.
Where can they find you
at? So you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram at Rosco_No.E. A lot of people be like, oh, Rosco, N-O-E. No, baby. Rosco dash is spelled with the E. So I go by Rosco No.E. Like that quick story, how that happened real quick. Shout out to Corey Bapes too, man. Basically, a lot of people call me Rosco Dash out of Mohawk. I said I'm Rosco with no E. So then I would just say Rosco No.E. and people used to be like, No.E, what's up? And Corey Bapes would be like, No.E, what up, No.E, what up? And I'm like, No.E. So pretty soon I plan on dropping off the Rosco and just going by No.E. I like that, yeah, man. So now every time I spell something, I don't put the E in and stuff like that. Get real creative, but you can follow me there. My website is www.rosconoe.com. And man, you can just tap in with me. I ain't hard to find, but YouTube is where you can find my whole story. From my first video up into what I got going on now, man. So it's all Rosco N.O.E.
Hell yeah.
Yep. Appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah. And thank you guys all for listening and watching. It's your boy Chef T.
I'm with a Spacekid.
I'm No.E.
And it's been real. So see you next week. Keep it real, y'all. Thank you all for listening and joining us on another episode of the Stirfry. All the music was created by Steve Ozell. So check him out on all streaming services at Stevo Music, spelled ST3V30 Music. Also, if you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe and leave a review. We'd greatly appreciate it. And see you next Tuesday when we talk with Alan Carter. He's one of my good friends and a rapper from Cleveland. We talk about the art of the hustle. You have to keep pushing even when it feels like you're going nowhere. It was one of my favorite conversations, so you won't want to miss it. So see you next week, y'all.